As you can tell, I've had a hard time. I was in Patchogue, NYU hospital, psych ward, where they're running a pedophile ring and a sex trafficking outfit. Basically what they do is they have someone who works behind a desk. I don't know who. Could be several people. Could be a security guard. Could be anybody. Well, and they see a suspect that they can sell to the sex traffickers, which is MS-13. They get themselves admitted to the psych ward, where they cozy up to this girl that could be any age, but the best is the one I saw was a girl that was 23, but I wouldn't take her ID as that she was 23. She looked like she was 16, and she might be on a plane to another country right now. I don't know what happened to her. She left the psych ward. I tried to stop it as much as I could, but as a psych ward patient, my powers are limited, and that's the only reason I was there. I was there because I was away from a cell phone, I was away from an iPad, I was away from a computer. There was no news allowed in the psych ward. I had very little music, very little TV. You name it, I didn't get it. The food was okay, but who goes to the psych ward for food? I slept a lot. As you can tell, I didn't shave. So, yeah, that is what it is. But the sex predators are running wild. I'm sure they do it at the jails too. And the guards, they call, they know when there's a prime suspect. Look, they're homeless, they're 16, and they're 18, their families discard them because they're mental, or they have problems, and they're addicted to drugs, so they get discarded. And these people, these MS-13 sex traffickers, come along and pick them up and hand them money, drugs for free. And those drugs ain't free. The last thing those drugs are is free. Take care of 10 of my friends and you can get a pile of this. That's what's free. So, and they got you going with 10 men a day, 7 days a week, and they charge $1,000, you might get $20, so that's how it works. And that's why they pay off the guards, they pay off the people behind the desk, because they got enough money to do so. And that girl, they look at her in dollar signs, $1 million. Her name was Amanda, and the predator was Nicole. And she was the main predator in the whole house. Billy was the hitman. Joe, this guy Joe, he was, I don't know what the hell he was, but he was part of it. And there were others involved. And I didn't even bother to get to know their names, but they're out there and they're praying. And that's all they do every day is pray. I'm young girls, and I can't exclude the girls. It's probably boys too. There's a lot of money to be made. She's an Epstein too, and I think she's worse than Epstein, because Epstein people knew. People don't know this girl, Nicole, and that's why I'm making this video, because I want them to know. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid of MS-13. MS-13 could blow me. So, whatever. Why don't you get a real job?